Hey everybody, John Younger here with Assisted Living Locators. Today, 5 minutes with Judy Dovev of Elder Life Care Directions. Hey Judy,
Hi, how are you?
nice to see you. Thanks for coming on. Hey, tell us what you're up to these days.
What I do is I'm an elder care consultant. I'm in private practice. The name of my practice is Elder Life Directions. And what I do is I assist families of older adults in three key areas. So the first one is home care management. What I do is I set up all the services that they need to support that older adult wherever they are. I kind of meet them wherever they are in their lives. So they might be discharging from rehab, they might be living at home alone, they might be maybe using you to help them move to a community. So wherever they are, that is the home care management. I put in place all the services that they need to succeed in their lives. And that might be private duty home care. It might be, certified services like the VNA for physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing. So anything that they need, I can help them with. It might even be doing some home modification to allow them to manage their new reality, their new lives. It could be also getting them assisted devices so that way it will make their life easier. So I'm working with families who really are trying to support their loved one, and really I'm supporting the families in that way.
Sure, yeah.
So that's part one. So that's one of the aspects where I help families home care management. The other one that's very important is what I call ongoing case management. So what happens is once we get everything set up and they still need somebody to kind of look out for them and monitor them. Let's say the family is very busy in their daily lives. They might be professionals, they might be out of state, a variety of reasons. So what I do is I make sure I monitor the situation. What I do is I can set up doctor's appointments. And now, of course, the telehealth appointment is big. So I'm doing that. I'm actually setting up the tablets for them. I'm there for the appointment, of course. Once they've signed a medical release form, that documentation has to be in place. And then what I do is after the appointment, I will follow up with the family, the clinicians. Usually it's done in writing. I do a visit note. And so I'm kind of managing the care from the back end, whatever they need. I might also, again, need to put in place some ongoing, let's say, DNA services. So basically, it's to have someone in the wings for the family to help assist with that older adult so that they can be supported and that their care is managed. So that's number two. And the third thing that I do is what I call transition management. So you'll really relate to this. So
Sure.
it's like when a person might be considering a move to somewhere. They're going to shift from wherever they are to the new situation. Could be moving to a community, using you, let's say, to find the right assisted living. And then what happens then once they find it is the family oftentimes needs somebody to manage that whole process. So I kind of manage the whole process in a move, let's say, to a community. It may be something like making sure we have all the vendors in place, a move manager. It could be working with the team at the assisted living to make sure everything is in place so that the move is a seamless transition.
Sure.
And then I also kind of stay on board after the move to make sure there are other things that I can help with are taken care of. It might even be not even a move to a community. It might even be a right sizing move. So for example, if they're in a 2-story house and they need to downsize just to live on the first floor, I will come in with the vendors, manage all that piece in adjusting the living space to accommodate what they need at that point. They might want to right size to a smaller apartment on one level. So there's so many different transitions that can take place. And it could even be after, let's say, somebody might need to move to a nursing home. What happens also with, let's say, a property that was never sold that needs to be sold now to pay for the care? I would work with my vendors to come in, might be a real estate agent, and it could be a disposal service. And I'm actually there on site, and I'm helping the families manage that whole component.
That's awesome, Judy. So this is really great, and I apologize. I got your company
Oh,
wrong because
okay. No, it's
at Life
great.
Care, you're taking care of people's
I
lives.
am doing life care, that's for
You're doing Life
sure.
Care.
That's
You're like a focal point for folks to have an easy one phone call where
yeah,
you have all these great resources around you that you can pick and choose the best ones, the proper ones, the appropriate ones
right.
to help your families do whatever it might be that they need to get done.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
this is great. This is great.
And
And
it's also very, John, it's very comforting to families to know that they don't necessarily know how the system works in senior care. So they've got to have a point person. I just want you to take care of it, oftentimes is what they'll say. And
yeah,
then that's when I go to work and I'll, facilitate with the physicians. This morning I was working on setting up a telehealth appointment, and we had to get some documentation in place before that could happen. And so I think that I see myself as not your traditional care manager.
sure.
It's a person who manages the ongoing care. I do the home care management, and then I do the case management, but I also do the transition management, which
Hmm.
is so important for people to have someone they can call upon. And because you work in the assisted living, kind of arena, sub
Right.
arena. So,
That's great.
yeah.
Hey, Judy, so if someone is really needs to call you, ask you questions, get your services, what is the best way to reach you?
Best way to reach me is three ways. It is by my phone number is 617-322-5125. The other way is you can go on my website, elderlifedirections.com, and you could email me at judy@elderlifedirections.com. And that's
That's
it.
terrific. Awesome. Hey, Judy, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed 5 minutes with Judy Dovev of Elder Life Directions.
Yeah,
Have a
super.
great
Thank you
day.
so much, John. Thank you.
You're welcome.